Today, we will discuss the subject chromatography. The science of separation is called chromatography. It's one of the branches of science which has been initiated way back in 1902. Interestingly, the person who invented this particular part of science is a botanist from Russia, who started or was curious to understand what are the components of chlorophyll, the green component or the green pigment of the trees or leaves. The plant kingdom contain, most of them contain chlorophyll, a very green pigment. Mr. Michael Sweat, Russian botanist, was curious to understand what are the components of the green pigment. He was curious to know whether it is a unique or one pigment or is it a mixture of several other pigments. To understand this, way back in 1901, he did one small experiment. He took a column of a glass column and filled it with earthen material. That material, he filled it as a column, and into the column he tried to understand the components of the chlorophyll by taking the extract of a plant, and that material he kept it on the top of the column and he eluted with water. To his astonishment, after some time, the column has shown three distinct pigments, indicating that the chlorophyll is not a single pigment but a mixture of three individual components which are again pigments. That was the first experiment done by a botanist which gave birth to a new science of resolution. Resolution means separation. Today, that has become a big science of a big branch of science called today as chromatography. Chromo means color. Chromatography, that is, initially it is something looking like a photography or photographic film. So he used the term, the graphy, and the word chromatography has been introduced. And over the years, as it is a science developed about a century ago, more than a century ago, today the word chromatography has almost gone to an extent that it's misnomeric. Today, we are not dealing with colors and their separation, pigments and their resolution. We are resolving mixtures of all kinds. Most of the times, these mixtures that we speak about or we are interested in, there are no more colors. That's why the chromo, which means color, and graphy, where we are going to resolve and separate the colors, is today turned out to be a misnomeric, and the word, by convention we are using the same word for the science of separation.